Good morning. Sorry, I'm a minute late. I just realized that I didn't have my other screen all ready to go. And I needed my tea. So Bailey's and tea this morning. Cheers. As you hop on, say hello. I'm still using my little very cute cup for a little while longer. I'll switch over to probably Valentine's next week. I have a little cute mug that I picked up. All right, so let's get us up on the other screen so I can see comments as you pop in. There we go. All right. So as you hop on, say hello. So today we're going to be looking at, I gave you a little sneak peek last week of that we're going to use the Flight and Airy paper out of the Sale-A-Bration catalog and show you some cute things out of that. And then I didn't print off the flyer, but Paper Pumpkin subscription for the April kit. It is pinned to the top in the features as the second pin, I believe. So if you're wanting the Paper Pumpkin kit or want to know some details on that, you can go have a peek there, and it'll give you all of the goodies that you need. And then, what else did I need to tell you? Sale-A-Bration's on to the end of February. Oh, and I also yesterday scheduled out all of February's Baileys and Teas. So they are also in the featured section, and they, if you click on going, then it gives you a reminder. Facebook sometimes, not always. We can't always rely on Facebook, but it will give you a reminder that I'm going live, and of course I give you reminders as well. So good morning, Holly. All right, so that's enough of my rambling. I've got a fun little card technique to show you today, and we're going to have a play with the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper that you can earn for free by purchasing $60 worth of product, which, I mean, that's easy to do when you need cardstock and refills of your seal and, you know, all the bits and bobs. So easy way to earn that paper, and it goes with so many of our new sets in the new catalog. So it's a no-brainer. You need it. All right, so I'm going to flip you around and we're going to have a peek at that paper, and then we're going to do the technique on the card. So bear with me for a moment as I switch you around into the holder, which I don't even have facing me, so that's going to not go well. I've been up since 7 o'clock. The dog woke me up crying. If anybody wants a dog, I'm happy to ship him anywhere. Like, he is worse than a child. But he just wants, you know, he's been alone for 8-10 hours, and that's enough for him. And he's like, everybody needs to be up and he needs to cuddle. So 7 a.m. and I'm still not ready to go. What the heck, eh? All right, so let's flip you around. Look away for a second if you get dizzy, and we'll slap you in the holder here. Oh, look at that transition, was pretty quick. All right. Our screen is a little bit wonky. There we go. Get my mouse out of the way. All right. Looks very small on my screen, but all right. Let's go. Whoops, I need to hang on 2 seconds here. You're puppy sitting again? You're always puppy sitting, Holly. He's a big dog too. You have little dogs that you look after, so you wouldn't enjoy him. And really, he is quite needy. He's adopted. So I blame his other mother for his bad habits that he has. So, Carly, if you're watching, it's all your fault. So the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper, let's have a quick peek at it. If you have not seen it, you are going to love it. It is on page 6 of the Sale-A-Bration catalog, or brochure, I guess they call it. And it's got some really cute samples as well. So there we go. So it's got a whole bunch of colors that go with it as well. This one is so pretty with the florals. So we've got boho blue in it. I love this sheet with all the little birds that you can mix and match and stuff like that. If most of the card samples have these little birds, or I've cut images out of the paper because there are no dies, it's just paper. So we've got some boho blue color. We've got some bubble bath, which is the pink. We've got some calypso coral. We've got some crumb cake. Look at that, isn't that pretty? We've got some Daffodil Delight, sort of in the flower centers. We've got Flirty Flamingo. I love this one. So this is very similar, just on a smaller pattern. And then some more birds. So you can easily, if you're into fussy cutting, you can fussy cut all this out. What else do we got? We've got some fresh freesia, some garden green. We've got some Lost Lagoon, which is these flowers here. We've got some Misty Moonlight, which would be that dark blue on the birds. We've got Pecan Pie, which would be in your branches and stuff. And then we've got Soft Seafoam, which is also in these branches. So isn't this gorgeous? I think I showed you that side. This one's got some birds sort of in the design of the leaves and stuff. Oh, you do like the big breed, Sally. He is well, I have two American Bulldogs. A boy and a girl. They're both adopted. Isn't that pretty? I love this paper. Love it. So that's the paper. And then, like I said, we're going to do a fun technique today. So here it is. Now, hopefully the camera, I'm going to kind of tilt it. You're going to see that the paper is pleated. And I'm going to use a different paper to show you a little bit better on screen as we build it, because it is very hard to see. Let's see if we can get that. Hopefully you can see it. But it's a pleated technique. Isn't that cool? And it comes from Janet Wakeland of Remarkably Created. She did it on one of her lives that where she released all the new products and stuff like that. She did a great job with that one. So I'm going to do it on this paper, and hopefully you'll be able to see it just a little bit better as we build it. But of course, I'm going to build the same as this one. Oh, I'll do a quick, before I move on, I'll do a quick reveal of the winner for last week's card. So if you comment or share it or like and love and all those fun things with the emojis, you get entered into a draw to win the card that we created. So there'll be one of these, because I create very similar cards, and then I draw the winner. So Lynn was our winner from last week. So Lynn, I'll get that in the mail to you. Congratulations. And then we'll draw a winner and announce that next week. So what I've got here is designer series paper. So you can pick whichever side. Obviously that one wouldn't really work. So you kind of want like the floral pattern, sort of this gated pattern, or something, you know, fairly soft in the background. And what you need is an 8.5 by 5 inch piece. And then we are going to score it at every inch and ½ inch. So you really want to concentrate when you do this. Now I've already done it and I've marked a piece of paper. So you may want to mark on a piece of paper your scoring marks so that you kind of keep it in line properly, because you can easily get off when you're doing this, and it'll get very confusing. It'll probably still fold. You'll just have your pleats in different ways, and it'll still look nice. Like the whole technique looks beautiful no matter what score marks you do. So we've got our 8.5 by 5 inch designer series paper, piece of paper. Sorry, I can't even talk this morning. So we're going to start at 1 inch. Oops, get your blade out of the way. How many people have made that mistake? And we're going to score at 1 inch. Then we're going to move it to a ½ inch, so 1.5, and we're going to score that. And then we're going to move it to 2.5 because we want an inch. Is that making sense so far? Give me a thumbs up if it is. And then we want to do a ½ inch, so we're going to go to 3. And then we want to do an inch, so we're going to go to 4. I've already done this, so the score marks are already there. And then we want to do ½ inch, so we want to go to 4.5. And then we want to do an inch, so 5.5. And then we want to do ½ inch, so 6. And then we want to do an inch, so we want to go to 7. And then we want to do ½ inch, so we want to go to 7.5. And then because your piece of paper is 8.5, it will obviously go right to the edge for that inch piece. So if you can see, oh, that's pretty good actually. You can see where we've got our inch, our half inch, our inch, our half inch, all the way down the piece of paper. That's actually showing really well, so that's good. Okay, although it went a little blurry there at the end. And then you are just going to fold these over. So I'm going to fold on the crease of the little half-inch one. I'm going to fold that back, and then I'm going to fold that forward. So you're going to get a little bit of Z going on there, and then fold on the edge of your half-inch, and then fold back, the edge of your half-inch, and fold back. So your inch ones are becoming the pleats. And I apologize for my bandaged finger here. I don't know if any of you experience dry hands in the winter. I think most of us do. And get that one finger that is abused and cracks right open. I'm sorry, this is going to move the table here. And then you're going to want to crease it down really well. So that's what I got going on. Okay, so then we're going to take our tombow. I'm going to grab it here from in the corner. And we're just going to glue these down. So you're just going to put, you don't need a whole lot. Put glue in the little creases. It just helps it to hold it down a little bit better. Okay. And then I'm going to just grab something to stick on top of that for a minute. My blocks. You know, I like to use my blocks to hold things down, so we'll just kind of go like that. So we'll leave that for a second. So that's not going to be my one that's going on my card. So I'm going to quickly do the same thing again. So if you didn't catch that the first time, this is going to be the piece that will go on the card. I probably should have glued that down beforehand. Cool technique so far, right? What do you think, you guys? Oh, Holly says it looks awesome. Morning, Glenda. Did you sleep in? Okay. Oops, I might have needed more glue. I'll just set that over there and that'll dry. Hopefully this will dry so that we can use it. Let's just put some weight on it. Okay, so then we're going to bring in our card base. And while we're here, why is that not gluing? While we're here, on the inside, I just put a strip of designer series paper in the opposite pattern of what that was. I thought the blue looked really nice. So we'll put that down while that one's kind of somewhat securing for us. Let me grab some clips. Let's see if we can make this. Maybe my tombow's dried up or something. And yes, for those who know me and that I love ladybugs, I have ladybug clothespins. Because I'm weird like that. Oh, your tech wizard James was there. Ah. All right, so we'll just use our seal because our tombow doesn't seem to want to work this morning, and put this on the edge. And you'll see I'm kind of compensating by not using this finger because it's so sore. You love the ladybugs, I do too. They're my favorite. Okay, so we've got that inside done, and then I have cut a piece of Balmy Blue out of the Countryside Corners die. So I've used the fourth one in here, so this one right here. I love these for layering. And we've cut that out, and now I could not remember where I found this birthday wishes. So if it looks familiar to you, comment what set you think it's from. And let me know. So I grabbed, it's an old retired one, but I grabbed the happy birthday out of the Peaceful Moments just because it's so pretty. And I was rushing around trying to find what I needed, and that seemed the easiest. All right, so we're just going to stamp this in boho blue, just at the top. Set that aside to dry a little bit. And then we're going to build our little scene. So I have cut out a bird, a fat bird out of the designer series paper. I don't know why that word just escaped my brain. And then I have little bowls. So I don't know, this is a little tip for you guys. You use them on your fridge, you may move them to a craft room, right? Well, I have mini ones and then I have big ones. I think they're in a drawer upstairs or in the laundry room or something like that in a jar. But these ones are handy. I had a customer that, well, customer and friend, back in Port Alberni when I lived there, come to my classes, and she always, every time she showed up for class, would bring me something ladybug. So it was stickers, it was these, it was little stick-on ones, like anything she could find, she would bring me little ladybugs. So I appreciate you, Kelly, that I have a little collection now. So I don't know if you guys have, I have these little bowls. So they're just like little stacking condiment bowls, and I label them. And so when I cut out something, when I'm making a card or multiples or swaps or something like that, I take and put all my little bits in here. So I kind of theme it. So this is kind of fall. It does have some pumpkins and stuff in it. But I label it leaves. This one's flowers. And then as I cut things out, I just put this in here. And then I just root through and I find, so that's where I found these little sprigs and the flowers from another project. And I just keep these on hand and they're stacked on my desk in a little cubby box. And I just pick through, and that way I'm using them up, and I'm not, I always am cutting new ones, but it's a great way to sort of have those little bits to kind of pick through. So I couldn't find any bits that I didn't use already or that kind of went with what I was going on this scheme. So I actually brought in thoughtful expressions, and I love these sketchy little images, which I thought would go really good with this paper, which does not want to stick down today. What the heck is going on here? Oh, here we go. Now we're getting some stick. Okay, take these off. Oh, maybe not. Let's apply a little more glue. I don't know why it's being so difficult today. I might be getting to the end of my bottle, guys. Let's give it a couple more sticks. Make sure. I mean, it doesn't need to be totally sealed down, to be honest, because as you put your other elements on the front, it will hold it down. All right, so let's build this. Let's just give that a second. So like I say, I brought in the thoughtful expressions. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Stamp set, and I just stamped these in, oh, what color is this? One of the grays. Let me look. Smoky slate. And we'll just add some color, or we'll just leave them. We'll kind of build them. You can give your opinion on what you think. All right, so this should be good now. Let's take all these off. And we'll run some glue along the back, maybe. And that should. You could run seal down the seams as well. I'll just put a little extra on there to try and hold it down. So you're going to have a little bit of a border that you'll want to just kind of stage above. So I'm just hovering it and then sticking it down. Sorry, I'm moving my desk. I can tell on screen. Good morning, Barb. How's it going over there? For those of you who don't know, Barb is my mother-in-law, and they have had a unfortunate backup of their sewer at their house, and it is a gigantic mess. So we're sending the love to their house because that is not fun. Oh shoot, I didn't put any ribbon on it. Oh, silly me. You want to put that down before, but I'm not going to peel this up because I don't want to wreck it. So we'll improvise some other way with some ribbon. I have a bow sitting in front of me here. So if you wanted the ribbon, obviously you could tie that around. This is retired ribbon. It's from the sports set, Sports Fans, I think it was called. Because I thought it went really nice with the garden green that's in the paper. So we'll just attach this. This one might not need ribbon. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it need ribbon or no? Twine. It needs twine because everything I make needs twine, right? I could put it around the tag, but I just stuck the tag down too. Let's see, what kind, should we use the same ribbon, you think? Or not, the same twine? I think that was too dark. Okay, let's just pry this up. Let's pry it up and tie a bow. If I can with my bandaged finger. You know, everything becomes hard when it's your pointer finger. Okay, so we'll tie a little bow off to the side. We'll just do a singular bow instead of a double wrapped bow. Let me just stick that down. Everybody's voting for a bow, so good thing I pried that up before I carried on. Yep, tying a bow is hard. With a bandaged finger. Okay, let's make those little loopies nice. There we go. That look good, you guys? Okay. Now let's continue on. So we've got our little chunky bird. I love these little chunky birds. And I keep grabbing the same sheet. My dimensionals that are all used up. So we'll put some dimensionals on him, and then we're going to build in. So I'll just kind of place him down. I did not peel up the backs yet, because I'm just going to place him down, and we're going to kind of stage what we've got here. So I like this little flowery bits, and I think it maybe needs a little bit of boho blue colored into the flowers. What do you guys think? Or should we bring in one of the pinks? You tell me what you think. I'll kind of stage it out, and then you can tell me what you think. And then I'm going to cut off the leaves and trim this just a little bit closer on one of these flowers. I just love these sketchy flowers. Totally my jam. What do you think? Pink or blue? I don't know what kind of flowers those are. Kind of looks like lily of the valley, maybe. But I am not a flower connoisseur. As you know, I have a black thumb. You think blue, Shannon? All right. Anybody else got an opinion? Holly says blue. All right, blue it is. Now, should we do watercolor, or should I do just a blend? I guess I should have asked that at the beginning. Actually, I'm going to cut off, while you're deciding on that, I'm going to cut off another leaf on this flower, because I'm going to tuck it up in behind our sentiment piece. What do you think? Watercolor or blends? Oh, Glenda, you're voted out. No pink. You can see the pink part? It's kind of like a darker pink or a lighter pink. There's two shades of pink. Well, three actually. There's Bubble Bath, there's Calypso Coral, and there's Petal Pink, I think, in this paper. I've already forgotten what I told you the colors were. But watercolor seemed to be the vote of the day, so we'll go the color with Winky. I could put Winky on over top afterwards. So I'll grab my watercolor pen here. We did some watercoloring last week, didn't we? Yes, we did, on our flowers. All right. I know I shouldn't use my hand to watercolor there. Okay, let me make sure I'm up on screen here. Technology here. Too many things going on. All right. Just a quick little dab, then it'll be nice and light. Yeah, I like that. We want it soft because the paper's so soft. So what's everybody getting up to today? Is the weather nice where you are? It's a balmy -2 here today. Oh, now you can see it. So do you vote pink or blue, Barb? We're doing it blue though, so you don't get a vote. We could do the other flowers in pink if you wanted to. What do you think about that? What's everybody think? Yeah, so a balmy -2 here today in Edmonton. And my plans for the day are to clean up my house because it's a disaster. I'm sure everybody's doing a little bit of that. And rain. Oh no, Holly. And then I am going to tear apart my basement. I finally convinced Cam that we needed to get a wardrobe. And so I've ordered that up. And we are going to start the basement reorganization. If you saw the other day, I was building a locker style cabinet out of the Kallax units from IKEA. So the numbers just arrived last night. So I'm going to finish that off and the handles. So I'll finish that off and that'll be done. And then I have to make way for where the wardrobe is going to go, which we're going to pick up tomorrow. And get the basement under control. All right. It's colder over where you are though, isn't it, Barb? I think. It's cooler. Seems to be anyways. You're like, be still your heart. I know, right, Glenda? And then it's going to be, Cam's going to Mexico for a week. The second week of February. So my plan is then to, I have to tear apart my craft room again. I've got an issue. It's just not working from my last, I know in August last year, I reorganized it. It's just not working. So I'm going to reconfigure it a little bit and then I can do a final reveal. So that's what I'm doing. A lot of organizing, a lot of cleaning, a lot of throwing out of stuff. And yeah, we're going to get life in order. All right, so did we decide? I don't see in the comments whether anybody said, should we do these? Oops, I just lost the feed. Hang on. Let me back up. Do we think we should do these other flowers in pink? Glenda says pink. Okay. Wet pink. What do we want to do? Let's go back to the colors. What do we got here? We've got Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, and we could do like Petal Pink or one of those ones. What do you think? Yes, Barb, we're going to start finishing the basement. We've had the unfortunate event, I think I talked about it last week, I'm not sure, of the bad weather that we had, the cold weather, wreaking havoc on our vehicles. So they've both been to the shop and we are trying to just get that under control. All right, bubble bath, you say, bubble bath. Let's give these a little watercolor. I'm just going to do it really quick because I'm really yapping today, aren't I? Shall we do a little bit of a yellow center to kind of bring in with the paper, you think? A little lemon lolly, maybe? Oh, sorry, Glenda, I missed your comment. Yeah, I'm going to just watercolor it to keep it similar to what we've got going on already. Don't put your water on your ink pad like I'm doing, if you could even see that on screen. It's not good for your ink pad. Color right up to the edge, so I'll grab some lemon lolly. I didn't look up to see if anybody agreed with that, but I'm the boss around here. I can make that decision. Yes, the lemon lolly. All right. All right, yellow centers, and we're almost done this card, and then I'll share a couple extra little goodies for you, with you, for you, for you. I created them for you. And I'm just going to bring in some garden green here, just on this one that I do have I should get a scrap of paper, not use the back of my hand. The one leaf that I left on this card. All right. Done, done, done. So let's layer these. So I've attached all these down, and I'm just going to leave those sprigs blank because I actually like the look of that. And then we will grab some dimensionals here. I can't pick anything up. Hang on. Bear with me. There we go. Oh, that was the wrong side of the dimensional. What is going on here? Oh. Come on, dimensionals. Work with me here. Okay, so we'll place this one in here. Oh, hi, Wendy. Didn't see you pop in. You started late. Well, that's okay. We're just going to tuck that in behind. We're almost done. And we'll kind of set that there. Oh, I need to put that one down flat. So I'll just grab my... Oh, you missed the beginning. Anyone probably like me in the winter gets very, very dry hands. I get one finger, so this finger gets so dry it cracks open and it hurts like a son of a gun. So that's what's wrong with my finger, Glenda. So I have a band-aid on it to try and help it out a bit. Isn't that pretty? We need some winky though, right? Glenda would say, whoop, what's going on with my thing here? My little toppers come off. We need some winky on the flowers. The card's not complete without the winky. For those of you who don't know what winky is, it's Wink of Stella. There seems to be a run on it though with Stampin' Up, so I'm not sure that it's available right now. But don't worry, friends, if you need one, I can hook you up. Because I might have a drawer full of them. Maybe it's me that's run Stampin' Up stock out. Myself or Glenda, anyways. Isn't that pretty? And we need some bling. Can't forget the bling, too. Plus the Wink of Stella bit. So I brought in the Blooming Pearls in the green because I thought it looked really pretty with the green. But what do you think? Should we use a different color? Should we use the pink? There's a pretty peacock in here as well. There's gold. And then the other one is garden green. So that's the one I used on the original. So what do you think for the color? Let's blame you. That's not nice. Pink, you say? Pink, of course, she says. All right. Oops. I just went and grabbed the green ones. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should use my take your pick tool instead of my scissors. So I went all blingied out here on this card. So this will be the one that all of you that have commented, whoops, throughout the live will all go into the draw. That one, I think I ripped the backing off of it. To receive this card, this happy mail of this card in the mail, which I'll draw next week. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning, Lynn was our winner from last week's. There we go, you guys. Isn't that pretty? All right, and then I'll figure out what to put on the envelope after. So I've got a couple more for you here. So there's this fun one. I haven't put a sentiment on it yet because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. But this is that lovely embossing folder that's in the mini catalog right now, the layered florals. It is so gorgeous. Just with the paper cut out of stylish shapes, I believe. And then when you open it, it's a pretty pleats card. Isn't that cute? And then I could also put a sentiment in the middle here. And then I just stamped with the Softly Sophisticated bundle out of the Sale-A-Bration as well. And that's where you can write your information. You could put a little picture over here if you wanted to. This could be a great little Mother's Day card. Isn't that pretty? And then, oh, the other one is a Mother's Day card. So this one is sort of a take on what I did last week of this one. And that great background that I got, that background die. And then I just fussy cut out a little image out of the paper. And then on vellum, I just heat embossed in black the Happy Mother's Day from, oh, I don't know what set that is. I apologize. And then I've layered it in behind with a piece of the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper as well. And then just added some of the tinsel gems to it. Isn't that pretty? Nice and simple, but, you know, still very, very, very pretty. All right. So that's everything for you, my friends. Thank you, everyone, for dropping in. Yes, Lynn's not on today, but she will be very surprised when I shoot that in the mail to her. Next week. Ooh, what are we doing next week? Let me find my book. So like I say, I've put all the dates for February up in the featured section. We are going to use the Be Mine Suite next week. So I can show you this fun card that I made for a color challenge. So that's the little bee from that set and the flowers from the set we used Lifetime of Love last week. Isn't that cute? So be mine next week to get all your Valentine's goodies ready and set to go. I know it's February next week. Can you believe it? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Time's flying. So I will create some goodies. Check back tomorrow for the scrapbook page using this. And then on Wednesday at 11 on Facebook and 11:30 on Instagram, you will find all the extra samples that I made with this paper to give you some great inspiration if you collected this paper already and you want to use it up. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. Paper hugs. Bye-bye.